Good morning and welcome to this live edition of Click Connect. I've got a very special guest joining me in just a moment. We are going to be talking about the All-Star Group event that's coming up in San Francisco. And we've got the producer of the California Lodging Investment Conference, my good friend and brother, Mr. Arnie Garfinkel, joining us today to discuss his event. Arnie, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, Craig? Nice to see
Great.
you.
Good seeing you. So, special edition live Click Connect. We are talking about your commercial real estate network event up in San Francisco. So, would you tell the audience a little bit about that, please?
Sure. All of the events that we do, we try to make as interactive as possible. And we're finding that more and more people, especially up in the Bay Area, want to do more networking, less lectures, more talking, more networking. So we decided to make a 4-hour event from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Overlooking the Embarcadero, very easy to get in and out of. It's going to be all networking. It's going to start with just an expo, and then we're going to have each of the exhibitors are going to introduce themselves to the people that are there. We will have CoStar do a market analysis of what's happening in the Bay Area. Then we're going to do our our very famous focus networking, which I'm sure we'll get into in a little while, and then our happy hour, and that's going to be the event. It's going to be all networking.
I think that's a great idea. Time is valuable right now. We've got a lot of uncertainty in the commercial real estate market. We're closing in on a election year as well. Arnie, how many lenders have you assembled for this event that are still currently making loans?
Well, I believe we have about 16 that will be there. There'll be lenders, there'll be third-party companies like title and escrow, title, appraisal, environmental, as well as companies that do anything related to commercial real estate. But we do have a number of lenders that do all types of lending up there.
So you're hitting all the food groups in commercial real estate. So
Right.
If you're on the residential side, this is not the event for you if that's what your sole focus is. But if you want to transition or step up to commercial real estate, Arnie, what would you say to those real estate agents and brokers out there that are looking to grow their business and get an understanding of commercial real estate? Is this a great event for them?
Well, really anybody, even if you're an investor, I mean, there are a lot of residential loan brokers and residential realtors and people that are involved in residential that are starting to see the importance of investment property. And some of these people are even owner users, and they might find a opportunity rather than leasing their space to buy space. And then if you need to buy the space, you're going to need to get a loan. Most people don't have all cash to put it down. But if they do, then obviously it's not for them. But we're going to have a whole series of lenders and exhibitors in the commercial field that'll help anybody in any part of real estate or business to understand. So, and it's really all about networking. So whether you're residential or commercial, you're going to meet some pretty high-end people in the business.
Absolutely. Arnie, tell the audience, please, about this new format and times make it easy to come and go in one day, please.
Yeah, I've done events that were 2-day events and started at 7 a.m. and ended at 7 p.m. at night.
Right.
And we're finding that more and more people want a shorter event and get some valuable information from the event. And really what people come to these conferences for, or whatever you want to call them, they want to meet and greet. They want to meet with the deal makers, the people that do the business, whether they be lenders or environmental people or title companies. They want to meet and greet and shake hands with people that they can do business with. Think about it. When you go to a conference, there's always talking heads on the stage that tell you their view of what's happening, right, and blah, blah, blah. And half the audience is just sitting there going, geez, I don't have any stuff for them. Everything I do is to make it interactive. And what we decided to do here is figure out a time where most people will come and still be able to come and go and do it all in one day. So for people coming throughout the state of California, they don't have to necessarily be in the Bay Area. They can fly up in the morning, have lunch, go from 2 to 6, and then 6 o'clock be back, in their house in Los Angeles, before dinner or right at dinner, and the people up in the Bay Area, where we're having this event is at the Hyatt Regency at Embarcadero.
Okay.
For those of you up in the Bay Area, you know about
easy transportation right there.
I mean, my gosh, you can't get any closer. The BART station is literally right there at the hotel. You just walk up the stairs and walk right into the hotel, and we're right there. We got a beautiful view of the Embarcadero right from the conference room that we're going to be there. So it's going to be a very happening type of event. We're going to have plenty of food for everybody. We're going to have snacks, and during the happy hour, of course, hors d'oeuvres and drinks. So we'll definitely have a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And great information as well. So let's talk about the networking with the valuable information that the attendees are going to get, please.
So what we're doing, normal networking, everybody knows. You go to an expo room, you go from table to table, and that everybody does, and that's okay. Obviously, you're not going to spend 4 hours doing that. It's just not, we got to have something to keep you busy and interacting. So what we do is something we call focus networking. And what we do is we break into 4 groups, and we meet at 4 parts of the ballroom to discuss things related to the kind of business that you want to do. So the 4 groups are multifamily, investment property, owner user, and then out of the box. And what those 4 groups have are, let's call them group leaders. They're going to be lenders or third-party companies that deal exclusively in multifamily, exclusively in owner user, exclusively in investment property, which basically is office, retail, industrial. And then we have the out-of-the-box group. And the out-of-the-box group includes private money, construction, oddball, situations, whether it be even a bridge. These are type of people that can do almost anything, but it's not fits into a box. And during that hour, each of those group leaders will introduce to the attendees in those groups what they do, how they do it, what their pricing is. And then within that hour, after all the introductions are made, the attendees can actually talk to them, submit deals to them, submit loans to them, submit transactions to them. And even people in the group that are not participants can also interact with each other. So we try to make that period of time interactive. So you're talking about something that interests you in one of those 4 groups. The booths will still be open, but you still have time to talk about something very specific. So we usually allocate an hour, sometimes 45 minutes. And then right after that, we go into the happy hour. And what everybody knows what happens at a happy hour. Think of focus networking as a cocktail party without the cocktails. Although we still will have some treats for you while we're doing it, but it's more for information and to learn and garner that information from the participants.
There you go. Now, as being the producer for my conference, it's all about passing great information to the attendees. Yeah. And that's a hallmark with Arnie and his group. And he's been doing this for a number of years, and obviously has helped me dramatically with my conferences as well. I like your Focus Networking Plus. It gives you the opportunity to zero in on a couple of different things during the allotted time. You can go to out of the box, or you can go to retail and talk to those people, but still have interactions with everybody else in the room. And, the valuable thing right now, not only do you have 16 lenders that are still all making loans, and I don't know an owner or a broker or a representative of an owner that doesn't need more sources of capital. So you've got that there. You've got the opportunity to talk to them. So that's certainly something that's really advantageous right now in the market that we're in. And you've got the third-party professionals.
Right.
You've talked about title. You've also got Partner Engineering and Science, who does the majority of the third reports that you need out there, from Alta surveys to mechanicals to phase 1 and beyond.
Yeah.
So, this is a well-balanced, well-crafted day. Well, 4 to 6 hours of networking.
Still a day.
I think you've hit on something that's very advantageous to the attendees, and not just the people up in the Bay Area. I mean, this is open for everybody because your lenders work throughout California,
Yes.
as do your third-party professionals. Am I right on that?
Oh, without a doubt. And it is in the Bay Area. By the way, we used to do our Bay Area events in November.
Yeah.
And we switched it because this sounds more like a summertime type event. So this is going to be the only event we're doing in the Bay Area. So anybody up there in the San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, Sacramento area, if you're waiting for us to do a November event, no, the November event's going to be in San Diego. But this is open to everybody throughout the state. Obviously, from 2 to 6, it's very easy to fly in and fly out. But it's really right in your backyard in San Francisco. Yeah. And, it's something you're going to meet and greet with a lot of people that can do business with you. There's no reason you shouldn't come. And we've made the pricing very, very economical for everybody to attend.
Okay, don't tell them yet because we'll get to that in a minute, Arnie.
I'm not.
Okay, so Arnie, we're going to put up a graphic right now, and let's talk about give them the dates, the times, locale. You can see some of the logos for the participants so far. Yeah. So, Arnie, take it from there, please.
Yeah, well, I mean, I said it at the beginning, but I'm going to go through it again for you. This is a networking event, okay? So from 2 to 3, the exhibits are open. There's going to be networking. At about 2:30 or so, each of the exhibitors will be talking from their booth as far as what they offer, what they do. So people in the room are going to know that, Axos Bank does this. Any crew is going to be there. Spectrum does this. Partner does this. We're going to go from table to table, and everybody's going to talk about what they do during that between 2 and 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, we have, and we always do have CoStar at all of our events. And CoStar is the company that provides all of the information for commercial real estate. They have all the data. They will tell you what they forecast in the market, what the trends they see happening, where things appear to be going for the rest of 2023 and going for 2024. Very valuable information that we have at all of our events.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do that focused networking that we talked about earlier. And of course, our trademarked All-Star Group networking happy hour is the fun time, and lots of food, lots of drinks, and we have a good time there. So that's the event in a nutshell.
There we go. Great job. Okay, Arnie, you're offering a 20% discount code. Let's tell people how to register and what the pricing is.
Well, you just go to CRE NetX. CRE NetX. It's right at the bottom, CRENetX.com. You go to the website. It'll show you the full agenda. If you put the discount code CLICK at the top, where I believe it says promo code, you will save 20% off. Now, full registration is $175. The early registration ends on August 14th, which we still have a couple of weeks to go. That is $159. And if you do a group of 2 or more, now we consider a group 2. Some other conferences, groups are 3 or 4. We consider a group of 2, $129 a person. So, I mean, it basically it's going to cover whatever cost that you need to have. And normally at our events where you get a lot of the same information, we charge upward about $300 per person. So you're going to get a lot of the same valuable information. We will also have a resource guide for anybody attending with a list of all of the participants and their contact information. So that will be there for everybody that is in attendance at this conference.
Perfect. Great, Arnie. Great information. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there. I'm going to be there. I'll be doing some Click vlogs from the event and go from there. So, Arnie, thank you for joining me, and thank you, our audience, for joining us for this live Click Connect special. You'll be able to find it and replay it on our YouTube channel shortly, and also various other platforms. Arnie, thank you, and I will see you soon, my friend. Take care.
Thank you, Craig. And we hope to see you August 29th up in San Francisco.
Absolutely.
All righty. Bye.